And finally, so let's bring it all together. Bring it home, baby. Bring it home. We're getting there. Cool. So a medical clinic has doctors. Doctors see patients. We've seen that bit before. Doctors generate a test order for patients. The test order has results and has a test type. So that's the overall scenario. And we're gonna go through that and figure out what tables we need. So again, step one, what are the tables? What are the lists of things? So we've got doctors, we've got patients, uh, we've got test orders because the doctors generate test orders for patients. It should probably have an S on the end of it. The test order has results, so there's test results and has a test type. So there's multiple of all of those things: test types, test orders, test results. Uh, Doctors, patients, test type, test order, results. Hmm. Yeah. If your head's hurting a little bit now, that's okay. It's a complicated thing to be able to take a scenario in and envisage it and then think about what lists of things you're going to need. It actually helps to have some domain knowledge, to know something about how hospital practices work and how people work. And that's what makes you as health information managers so valuable because you have that domain knowledge. You know that that there's multiple types of tests and each test order is of a certain type, and from that test order after the person gets tested there is some results. Mm, yeah, you know that, and maybe and now you do, and you will find out that stuff when you're out in the world making databases. So I'm not gonna include the relationships we did before, the doctor and the patient and the doctor and the test results. These are just the new ones. The test order has test results. So you make a test order and that generates a set of results. The test order also has a test type because that is the type of the test, and the doctor generates the test order. So those are all the many to one relationships. In none of them are many to many. Uh, we could go through that. Uh, I'm a single test order. How many results do I have? I could have multiple results because I might be a really complicated test. I'm a single result. How many test orders generated me, made me up? Well, just one because I'm a single result. Wasn't multiple tests that created this result. There could be domains where that would happen, but we're trying to be kind of simple. And also, when you're designing a database, it's good to be as simple as possible, and let the complexity come in later. Start over again. I'm a single test order. How many test types do I have? So, for example, potassium. I'm a potassium test, for example. So I'm a potassium test order. How many test types do I have? Well, I'm a potassium test. There's just one test type for me. Um, I'm a single test type. How many test orders do I apply to? I apply to many. I could be a potassium test um, for many people. I'm a potassium test. I get tested for many things. And similarly, I'm a single doctor. How many test orders do I generate? That one's a bit simpler. I generate many test orders because that's my job, generating test orders. I'm a single test order. How many doctors generated me? One, because I'm a single test order. I was only generated by one doctor. So you can see that there's domain knowledge in each of those decisions. How many. So you have to think about that and justify it and then change it when you get to the experts and they say, well, no, actually, we wanted to do this instead. But in this case, simple as possible. Try to be just rational and use your best thinking. And this is an example of what they look like. So what does the overall ER diagram look like? Well, this is it all combined together. So we've got your patient and result bit. We've got the patient and appointment bit. We've seen that before. These are the one-to-many relationships we just created. Patient has a test order. Oh, I missed one actually. Patient has a test order. Doctor generates a test order. Test order has a test type, and a test order can generate multiple results. Nice. And then we've got to transcribe it. We've got to take that and transcribe it uh, into relations. What does it look like in relations? So again, we've seen patient, doctor, and test type before. Sorry, test result before. We just have to add in test type and test order. Those are the only two new tables: test order and test type. We've already seen all those three tables before already. But there's a few new relationships when we transcribe the relationships. So the one-to-many relationships has a result, has also got a test order ID in it now. A test order has got a patient ID, a test ID, and a doctor ID in it now, because those three relationships, um, patient, doctor, and test type, all add a primary key into there. And the many-to-many relationship is as before, which I did correctly transcribe this time. And the final test specification looks like that. We've got your the tables that belong to the ER diagram and the many-to-many relationship. And I think that's it. Thank you very much. That was good.